Have you ever gone to an auction where they use a trolley to transport you? Is it stuck? Did the trolley get stuck? Oh, hey, wait for us. There's room. Come back, come back. Like Jack. I mean, like Rose in Titanic. Come back. Well, this should be interesting. The first time I've ever been to an auction where they have a mode of transportation. You should get a free trolley ride. It is auction day at an old barn, an old estate, old farm estate, I think. Lots of rust, lots of treasures, hopefully. If not, hey, it's another adventure. So come along for the ride, just not the trolley ride. I'm walking.
Fun job then for buddy.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. This guy was a dentist, I believe, that owned the property. Wow. I've never touched a human skull. Well, I mean mine. I mean, technically. That's awesome. That's so cool.
When they don't rob it right.
World War One. What's the company? I don't want to unroll it. It's hard to see stuff in here. Oh, look how nice. That Santa's old. I've seen him before. Ooh. Oh, I love those. See, these are nice. Feed bags. Claw. I have this guy, remember? Oh, I never seen the planter before. I found him at that rummage sale. The rain is awful. It has rained like every weekend.
Good thing you were going 20 instead of 50.
Auction view. Rain.
I thought we were just at one little range shower.
$1 number 2, anyone interested, $2 number 1, $1 number 2, you bought it $1, buyer number 37, buyer number 37.
We'll get there and it'll be free shower and we'll be over.
Look at the
I have the outhouse. Fun fact, I had a family member that was still using an outhouse as their restroom until I think the mid-90s. Crazy, but actually as a little kid, I loved using it. Oh, cool. Put that in your yard. Your dog would love that. So the auction, they started auctioning off some of the metal, the box lots. I didn't even look. The tarps are filled with water, but the auction company that's holding this has a great outlook. They're like, there's probably a lot of stuff we could have done different, but we're here. We're gonna get through it, and they are. Takes a little bit more patience, a little bit, rearranging things, but they're doing it. This is a scrap pile. Some guys are here just for the scrap pile. The chance of copper and brass being in there is probably high, and that's where they get their money. And those trash cans are actually pretty nice. I did buy something, 2 things, but I will wait till the end to show you. So I did not walk away empty-handed. I would love to get the linens. And there's actually a Hess bag that I really like. It's like a messenger bag. I don't know if I'll be here when that goes up or if I'll get it. I would prefer the Hess bag because I would use that at the flea market. There is some dental equipment, which I find amazing. I actually found one of those wheels in the trash, but it didn't have this other setup. So that's a drill. Wouldn't you love to have that in your mouth? But technically, what's the difference with today's stuff? So yeah, you would push the pedal and that would all do the thing. This chair, which is amazing. Too bad it's been sitting out here in the rain. But just look at the base, how nice that is. And then you have your spittoon. And then all your dental tools, which at an auction long before I started doing videos, I bought a whole bunch of the dental tools. And people actually buy them, obviously not to use on their teeth, but for all the little detail work and woodwork and actually cleaning, if you believe it or not. And a lot of men use these in their shop to reach little parts. So that's another use for dental tools. But this is a great piece of dental history. Some things have changed in the dental industry, but actually a lot kind of has not, except for that. I'm glad that we don't have that anymore. Think of a little shop of horrors with a dentist there. That's the house. And then the other part of the house, which is like a cabin. Beautiful home. Great piece of property too. Wow. Put this one in the books for a memory of an auction that crazy. People are still bidding. They're still buying. Perhaps not the best day to buy paper. I did buy some things. Haven't ridden in the trolley yet. I think there's a speck of rain on the camera. Just gonna have to go with it. Perhaps on my way back I'll be able to ride the trolley. But this is definitely an adventure. If you want to talk about an auction adventure, that was one. I mean, when else do you get to ride a trolley to and from an auction and spend the day being soaked to the bone from downpours of rain. It's a shame too, because that would have been, I don't know, if it would have been sunny, I think there would have been more people and perhaps bidding would have been a little bit more difficult. But yeah, it just downpours. And then when I do leave, that's when it clears up. But I mean, at that point, I didn't realize how soaking wet my clothes were until I actually like got home. You know, I had a rain jacket on and a hat, and I had my boots on and my overalls, but there's just no, you know, I didn't bring an umbrella. There are people with umbrellas, and their umbrellas are dripping all over you. You can't see things because of the umbrellas. So it was just easier without one. But man, like my overalls were like I had just taken them out of the washing machine. I mean, they were drenched. But it was still fun. That home was great. They had so many great antique pieces, primitives, some vintage, not a lot of paper though. That would not have been a good day to transport paper. Prices weren't bad, but for the true primitive and antique items, prices were a bit higher. A woman paid $90 for, I believe it was only 2 or 3, maybe 2 wooden chicken feeders that were about maybe that long and that high. I thought they would look so cool to put the bottle brush trees in, but for $90, I'm not going to buy that. You know, some other crazy like galvanized stuff went for an insane amount of money. I don't know where they sell, the people that buy these, where they sell these items, because at my flea markets, they would never recoup what they paid for it. So good for them. You know, maybe they're selling at Brimfield, maybe they send it out somewhere, maybe they have a shop, but you know, I buy what I think that I can make profit on, and I also buy what I love, and I was able to do that today. So with all the rain, the muddiness, the complications that the auction company had to put up with, I mean, they were doing a phenomenal job, from laptops not turning on to trying to get tents set up to, you know, dealing with the crowd and their grumblies. I mean, they did wonderful. So kudos to them. But yes, what did I bring home? I think pretty much almost everything for me. No, at least maybe one item to resell. Maybe 2. We'll see. First of all, I bought the Dorney Park drinking glasses. This used to be the, I guess the mascot for Dorney Park. I forget the name of the clown. I'm so bad at that. But that was their mascot. There used to be a big sign in the front. I remember that when I was little. So the natural spot, that's what it was called. So these will stay in my collection. The auctioneer was going to auction off all the bottles, and I asked if he could just auction off these 2, and he said yes. So for $5, I got them. Now, there are some listed on eBay. I think there's one listed for $5, but it's $8 something to ship them. So save myself some money. And this is probably something I wouldn't want to buy on eBay. I would rather find it at an estate sale or an auction, which I did. Another fun item for me, which I was so glad to have gotten, was the vintage Hess tote bag. So Hess is a department store. It actually came with a hat box too, but that got a little wet in the rain. So this is a nice Hess tote bag. You have the pretty purple with the like aqua mint green. Perfect for the flea market. I think it does have some spotting, but hey, what does it matter? I did pay $5 for this, but I thought that that was worth it to own a piece of local department store history and a good sturdy tote too. Got that. And then I won the rabbits. I was so excited. So this guy, you've all seen him probably everywhere. This is a Lefton. I have a few of them. Did my one ear break on my one? I might have to save this if my one had a broken ear. But these are your classic bunnies. You often see them. People use them for their springtime and Easter decor. Sometimes they come in brown, but mostly they are this color. And then the planter. I went to a rummage sale a couple months ago and I found this exact same guy in the 25-cent bin. The problem was, not a problem, but he had a big chip in his side. But for a quarter, I wasn't going to leave him there. This one does not have a chip. He has a small crack, but it does not go through. Online, these can sell, I don't know, $40 maybe. He's so nice. What's even nicer though, and one that I have not seen, is the planter. So now I have like a whole set. I will keep the chipped one for myself and probably sell this guy, though I would hate shipping him. Like, I don't know. I know you can and all that stuff, but anyway. So this is the planter. It has, again, your bunny on the front. There is a chip on the side, left-in label on the bottom. I haven't seen the planter before, so I'm going to keep it. Again, I know some of you, how can you keep everything? That's not being a reseller. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, and I'll probably say it again. There's nothing wrong with, in the world of reselling, if you find something that you enjoy for yourself and you keep it. Because perhaps I'll be able to sell this planter and pay for everything that I purchased plus some. So essentially, I'm getting this guy for free. And I haven't seen this guy before, so I don't know. I think there's something about adding to your own collections and, you know, not being a hoarder, I guess, versus just selling things because it will give you a quick $5. How often will I come across this guy? I come across this guy way more often, so to sell him is not a problem. This, not so much. You know, in the world of reselling, there are things that I will sell at a moment's notice because I don't collect them, I don't keep them, and I know that others do. They look out for them, they collect them, and they want to add them to their collection. And then there are some things that I just don't want to part with, and that is a-okay. Like my tote bag. And my Dorney Park mugs. Eventually, a couple years down the road, I might say, you know what, I've had this planter in my collection long enough, it served its purpose, maybe I haven't put it out in a year or 2 years, let's move it along and someone else can enjoy it. That happens all the time, and I think that that is a fair process to occur. But yeah, nothing wrong with adding to your own collection. Nothing at all. After that diatribe, but what an auction, man. Like, you know, after a while, you're like, oh, I'm just, my clothes are soaking wet. What's the difference if I stay here? You know, what's the difference if I fall in that puddle? But I think they're actually going to have a second auction at this home because there was so much stuff. That dentist chair was amazing. And I heard that that did not sell for a lot of money at all. Maybe $20 or $30. The chair would be hard, I think, to resell, but the needle and the spittoon and the implements, I think those would be quick flips. I don't know, if I would have been there and that would have went for 30, I would have said yes, definitely. But so fun to think that that home held all those items and those barns held everything. It's like, man, you wonder. I guess that's what happens when you keep stuff. Hey, what are you gonna do? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that if you're out of your next auction, that's nice and dry, but if it is a little rainy, be sure to bring your galoshes, an umbrella, a raincoat, and a hat, and prepare to have some fun. Not sure if you'll have the trolley ride experience, but you can hope. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you all next time.